Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, Germany bush trip, leg 2, St. Michael is Don to Schwerin Barshim, let's go. Okay, let's get going. Come on, why do I have to press that twice? Do we have enough room to take off? That's the question. Gonna be close. Gonna be real close. Nah, plenty of room. Alright, gear up. Let's see, what do we want? 139 for 5 minutes and 6 seconds. Already started my clock. There we go, 139. Get our flaps up. 136-ish. Gluckstadt. After lifting back into the air, fly southeast to the town of Gluckstadt, which is located on the shore of the lower Elbe River, and is historically renowned for being an important trading centre. Why is this plane trying to climb so violently? Calm down, plane. Calm down. What we got going here in old Germania? Flatness, channels, canals. Back to the North Sea. The whole field of wind turbines. There's just so many up here. Oh, so let's try, what was it, -4 degrees, 90% I decided was level flight? I don't remember. Alright, done 2 minutes of 5. Getting there, wherever the industrial area here. Amongst the farms as well. So is this the river, this is the lower Elbe? Okay. Must be, because that's where we're headed. In 2 minutes or so we should be arriving at Gluckstadt. Which is just a town apparently. And this just looks like a little village slash small town just here. So Gluckstadt must be a little bit further on. We've still got a couple of minutes of flying time to do. That must be it over there. Past the next river offshoot thing. What's it? One minute to go. You know something? I seem to remember a GeoGuessr round where I was on a road next to a big river up in the north of Germany somewhere. Could it have been here? I don't remember. Just something about that shoreline just there that I was looking at rang a couple of bells. What's this little island doing in the middle of the river? Get it out of there! Alright, we're about to hit 5 minutes 6 seconds, but because it's the first segment and we were going a bit slow while we're taking off, I'm going to wait till we're over the town of presumably Gluckstadt. Hello Gluckstadt, you look very lovely. Once we're over the town, we will make our next turn. How many football fields? Yeah, there's some fields just there to the right. Probably football fields. I'll allow. Oh, there's one right there to the left as well. Okay, good, good. 123. 123 for 7 and 8. 7 minutes and 8 seconds. Alright, we are headed to Volksparkstadion. Continue southeast. I've gone well beyond 123. I don't know what I'm doing. Hang on. Let's get back on track. There we go. Continue southeast over vast sweeps of beautiful agricultural fields and towns, and you'll fly over the striking architectural feat, Volksparkstadion, a football stadium on the outskirts of Hamburg. My God, an actual point of interest that is a football stadium. Here I have been looking for them everywhere when in fact it was just going to guide me to one. So you have to look around, see what's going on. Lovely. Hello, little farm. How are you? Big farm. Average size farm. Whatever size farm you are, hello. I don't think it's important. This sim, man. It's just, ugh. You'd think at some point I'd get over it, but no. I love it so much still. I think I've said before, I wanted to be a pilot when I was younger. I just didn't head that way eventually in my career, but it was just so I could see the world, and I enjoy flying. But this is you know, this scratches that itch without actually having to spend a fortune. A, learning to fly, B, on fuel, and all of this. And you know, imagine another 10 years of development on this this simulation. I think it will blow our minds. It's already blowing my mind, and yet there's so much you could do to make it even better. Alright, 2.5 minutes of 7. Sit back, relax, have a drink. I don't think I've looked inside this plane. Oh yeah, so that's where you're sitting. Programs, nice to see you. Thank you. I don't know why you're invisible, but you are. You know, have you tried not being invisible? Fairly large town here. Don't know which one it is. It hasn't given me any indication. It just told me that we'd be going over fields and towns. I guess, you know, as is our tradition around here, we better see if we can find a football stadium and or a church. Didn't seem to do many churches, the algorithm this time. Maybe they didn't put a church thing for Germany. Who knows? Who knows? Here's a football stadium. There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. That's what we're looking for. Wow, is it even a football stadium? Could be something else, but anyway. Some kind of sporting field. We look out for them I don't know why. I don't know how I started this tradition. Just a case of, isn't it interesting that every town in Europe has a sports field of some sort? And at that time also a church. But yeah, the churches have dried up a bit. I think probably because the algorithm isn't putting any in. Can't figure out what is and isn't a church, perhaps. A huge industrial centre over there along the... Is that a road? Yeah, some kind of highway. Alright, 4.5 minutes of 7. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hopefully we'll be able to see this stadium. On our way to Hamburg. I am seeing a rather large city up ahead there on the river. That must be Hamburg. Here's another football field. Oh, we're spoilt. We're spoilt. We're the glut of these things. We'll be able to play football everywhere. Now hear me out. Imagine this sim got to the level of detail where you could actually drive cars. Huh? It can't be that difficult. It already knows where the roads are. We just need some sort of road physics. You can already sort of drive along them with the plane if you wanted to. And then just, you know, keep adding to that. Keep adding to that. Improve the look of the buildings and everything at ground level. More photogrammetry. And yeah, it basically stops being Flight Simulator and just becomes Microsoft World Simulator. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And then you add, soccer ball physics. So that we can go to all these football stadiums. There's one. And actually kick a ball around. Here we go. This must be the stadium we're looking for. Volksbadstadion. We're 6. We've got a minute to go. There's a big round stadium looking thing here. What's this? A huge train station on the left. Wow. Actual wow. Look at the size of this place. Hamburg is gigantic. Here we go. Here's the stadium. Volksparkstadion. What can we see inside? There it is, the inside. They play football there. FC Hamburg, no doubt. Awesome. Excellently awesome. Okay. Now we want 130 degrees, which I'm basically already doing for 1, 2, 3. We're going to the Elbphilharmonie. You'll soon pass over the Elbphilharmonie, one of the largest concert halls in the world, an exquisite example of modern architecture. Alright, 1 minute 23, huh? I'm sure there's a whole lot of other things to look at around here. Gigantic city. We've got a big sky tower thing over there on the left. Typical European city style buildings everywhere. Another football stadium just below us. Football field. Football fields everywhere. It looks like it's photogrammetried Hamburg, so you know, it might be worth coming back and having a look at this at some point in our own time. Those of you who have the sim, the game. So where's this concert hall? Must be over here if it's, I mean, oh, there it is there, that'll be it. Presumably. Possibly. Modern architecture, check. Probably a good spot for a concert hall, check. Or maybe that thing there, maybe that one there, I don't know. One of those. Well, anyway, basically the right spot for it. Now we're turning to 37. For 7 minutes and 11 seconds. We're going to Brenner Moor. let's actually get our direction first. More wind turbines. What a gigantic city. Absolute sprawled out everywhere too. Excellent. Turn northeast and fly for 21 nautical miles to Brenner Moor, a beautiful nature reserve featuring wetlands, forest and swaths of grasses that look incredible when viewed from above. Well, I'll make my own decision about that, thank you. Do they have a football field though? There is one on our left here. You can't have a nature reserve without a football field. Another football field below us just now. Racetrack, I think, on the right here. It's got everything, this Hamburg. This is another building that looks like it's 3D modelled in. Must be an important building of some sort. Possibly. Don't know much about Hamburg. I haven't been there. Haven't studied it. Don't know that it shows up on GeoGuessr that much. At least when doing, you know, country streaks and things. Another building down there that's 3D modelled, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe just the algorithm doing some extra work on certain strange configurations of buildings or something. Who knows? Who knows? More football fields on the right. It's going to have to stop looking for football fields. There's too many of them. What I haven't seen in pretty much any of the Nordics, maybe once in Sweden, and so far none in Austria and Germany, is golf courses. Wait a minute, is that a golf course just as I say it? Could be a golf course over there. When we're doing the Japanese discovery flight, there were just golf courses in golf courses. So many golf courses. But, you know, that's another thing to look out for. Mainly because, as a pilot, golf courses can be quite useful to know where they are in case you need to land in an emergency. Emergency-wise. Urgently. Urgently was the word I was looking for. Please don't start a game. I do not want to crash at this point. That would be very sad. What's this circular bloody panopticon? Is that a prison? Right, 3.5 minutes of 7. On our way to the nature reserve. Ooh, there's an interesting... No, our fuel is... Is this one of the planes that you have to change the fuel? Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, this is the one that had that down there. I'm just looking at the... I mean, we've got mostly a little bit left in the left tank. I guess we are using the left tank. Where is it? Down here. Yeah, we're on left. Doesn't seem to be disappearing that much, or at least not as quickly as the usual. So I don't know. I just feel like we're suddenly sort of listing to the right a bit, which means we're heavier on the right. And that'll be because of the fuel thing, but the gauge doesn't really make it look like we've that much less fuel, but I think the gauge might be wrong. I've had that before. Do a bit of aileron trimming just to deal with it then. See how that goes. Alright, another 2 minutes until we're at this alleged moor. Moor? And these incredible grasslands that look incredible from above. Must be this thing in front of us right now, surely. We've got, well, it's still another minute and a half, so unless it's, you know, we are going a little, we are in the yellow, so we might be going a little bit faster than we're supposed to be. Got a racetrack in the middle of this stuff. You know, maybe not. There's a few little buildings, more of a little town, I guess. How much longer? We've got 1 minute before the next turn. This has got to be it, right? This has got to be Brenner Moor. Surely. Anyway, we'll go with the timings. We'll go with the timings. We'll turn in about 30 seconds. This must be the moor with the stunning grasses. Oh, aren't they stunning? Oh, aren't they grasses? Right, give her another 10 seconds or so. Let's start going. 74 degrees for 4 minutes 4 seconds. Holstentor. Change course to an east-northeast heading and you'll pass Holstentor, a city gate marking the western boundary of the old city centre of Lübeck. This beautiful feat of brick Gothic construction was built in 1464. Okay. 74 degrees is what we want. There we go. Looking for a brick Gothic construction from the 15th century. Which presumably will be 3D rendered in, or what? I don't know that the algorithm's going to be able to do a city gate based on satellite aerial photography. Definitely some grasses here. Is this still part of the moor? Are we completely lost? That's always a possibility. Wouldn't be the first time. There we go. Back to 74. We've done 2 minutes of 4, so start looking out for what might be Lübeck and its city gate. Buildings over on the left there. Is that Lübeck? I think it must be. Still another minute and a half before we should have arrived at the city gate. Well, unless we see something that's obviously this Holstentor brick Gothic construction, we'll just keep going this way. For another minute. Even though I suspect we're arriving a little bit fast based on the timings. Not a major issue though, I don't think. Hello, got any city walls, city gates, 15th century things? Looking around, anything obvious? Still got about 20 seconds before our timer is pointing us into the next direction. Not seeing anything obvious that would be ancient city walls or something. But perhaps there's something there somewhere. Perhaps there is. Alright, time to turn. We want 156 for 214. Ratzeburger Sea. Yeah, Ratzeburger Sea. 6.6 nautical miles of south-southeast flight brings you to Ratzeburger Sea, a lake with an island on which lies the city of Ratzeburg. A lake with a city on it? A lake with an island with a city on it? What you talking about? To be a pretty big lake, surely. There is a big lake in front of us here, but where's this island? 156 for 2 minutes 14. City on an island? I see nothing. I mean, we've got 1 minute to go. I'm not seeing an island. This is obviously a lake here. Unless it's some kind of gigantic lake. And I'm not seeing a city either. Little town there maybe. Yes, there's some buildings on there. That's kind of an island. Must be what it is. Let's head over there. So that we're at least in the right spot. I'm going to assume that's it. Not much of a city, surely. Surely town. This must be what they're referring to. This large town. Look, if it's classified as a city, I'm not going to take it away from you, Ratzenberg. Enjoy, enjoy. Alright, we're going to get over the top of this island, because that's where it wanted me to be. I'm going to go 106 for 429. And we're on our way to Gadebusch. Continue southeast of Ratzeburger Sea to Gadebusch, a northern German town known for a church built in 1220 and a northern Renaissance castle that was completed in 1583. Okay. Awesome. Hello, Ratzeburg. Most of you's not on the island. Most of you's over here, but hey. If the bush trip text says that the city is on the island, then who am I to argue? Who am I to complain? I'm nobody. Can't see a football field, but there probably is one somewhere. Still flat as a pancake. Alright, 1.5 minutes of 4.5 minutes. What were we heading for? Oh, a town that has a church that was built in 1220. Of course, we'll be able to see that. The algorithm will certainly know how to render in a 1220 church. Why wouldn't it? Little farms, little circular pond-like things for strange pagan rituals. Do these guys have little hidden things in the forest like the Nordics do? Yeah, maybe a little bit there, up against the lake there. Little clearing. How are we doing? 3 minutes, so another 1.5 minutes to go. We should be finding a little town of Gadbush. With its church and Renaissance castle. Maybe the castle will render in, or might be 3D model. We might not. We don't know. I was going to say we might never know, but we'll know once we're over the top of it whether it's 3D modelled or not. If we see a castle. Otherwise it'll probably show up as a block of flats or something, because the algorithm got its hands on it. Right, I feel like we should be seeing a town by now. There's a little one down there. Doesn't look likely that there'd be a castle there though. No, there is a kind of a spot that would make sense to me that it was a castle, but well, yeah, 30 seconds to go. Must just be too far off course or something. Maybe it's over there. Maybe it's that little area there. Could it be that one all the way over there near that lake? Well, we're just going to have to go by the numbers now, alright? We've done 430, so now we want 85 degrees. So is this down here? Nothing looks particularly castle-y. Dunno. We've probably just missed it. It's somewhere here, but who cares? Let's see. 85 degrees for 419. We've got flying to do. Can't be doing just sightseeing. Alright, 85 degrees. There we go. Lake Schwerin. 12.7 nautical miles east of Gadbush lies Lake Schwerin, a large lake set amid lush forest that connects to the Baltic Sea via a 16th century canal called the Wallensteingraben. Cool. Well, I see a lake in front of us. Or do I? Is that a lake? Or a part of a river? Could be a lake. Big long lake. Big long lake. What do we got around here? Anything? Anything? No? No castles? Wind turbines. Strange patterns in the fields here for the aliens and the Illuminati, the lizard people, of course. Alright. On our way to said lake. Is this the canal to our left here? It somehow connects it to the Baltic Sea? The Baltic Sea? Again, my geography is not great, but isn't that quite a long way away? To the south? I won't argue it. I won't argue it. Alright, 2 minutes or 4 minutes. I mean, this here's just a river. It doesn't look like a man-made canal. But then again, maybe old canals don't look like man-made canals, you know? Maybe they just went with the wind and flow of things rather than just making everything long, straight concrete canals. Ponos, not me. I never lost control. Big town on this lake. Big town. Right, what do we've still got 2 minutes before we're supposed to be turning, so I think we're definitely coming up on things too fast. Way too fast. So, let's see what's... It's like something 3D modelled in front of us here. There's something there. Maybe some kind of government building, who knows? Didn't even tell me what town this is. Thank you, bush trip thing, but there's a castle on the lake here. Well, at least it sort of looks like it might be a castle. I'm going to turn when we get to that, even though we're 40 seconds early. That's definitely a castle of some sort. Alright, now we're turning for 194 for 1 minute 50. We're going to Schwerin Castle. I wonder if that was it. I wonder if these things are out of order. Turn southwest and you'll eye one of the most spectacular works of architecture in Europe, Schwerin Castle. Grandly ornate, this exquisite castle was built on an island and dominates views for miles around. I mean, that definitely looked like it, right? Would definitely have fit the description. Anyway, let's see where 194 for 1 minute 50 takes us. Not going to be an island over here. My clock just does not want to reset. There we go. Will we see a castle out here? I don't think so. That was definitely that castle, right? Why is it telling me to go this way for 1 minute 50? I think the instructions are in the wrong spot. Because the next one is telling me that we're going to wetlands. So this looks like wetlands, does it not? So yeah, the next one was Neohofer Karpfenscheische. Continue south-southeast for just over 14.1 nautical miles and you'll fly over Neofiner Karpfenscheische, an array of wetlands and ponds that is best appreciated from the air. I think that's where we are now, right? It looks very like it would fit the description. Alright, well, I think we need to turn now then. So 1:49 for 4 minutes 47. Yeah, okay, so the next... I mean, the instruction for this one is the wetland ones that I just read out. But the next thing is actually the airport. So I don't know whether we're headed to the airport now, or then we're going 149 to 447 for who knows where, because they've messed up the instructions here. Or I've misread them, or something's gone wrong. Anyway, we're meant to fly 4 minutes 47 in this direction, so we'll see what happens. And then it'll be 84 degrees for 2 minutes and 5 seconds to get to the airport, which is EDOP. So 84 degrees would be back to the east there. So we're going, you know, another 3 or 4 minutes this way, and then a little bit that way. So I would expect the airport to be over there if the directions are correct. The thing about these bush trips, the directions and timings have always been correct, but sometimes the text that goes with it has been mixed up, put in the wrong spot. I think that's probably, well, I know that's what's happened there, because we basically turned at the castle and then it told me to turn to fly to the castle, so that was definitely the wrong instruction. So let's see, we need to go, oops, that's not what we want. How do I get back to where we want? There we go. So if I zoom out on this thing a bit, what is it? EDOP I'm looking for. It should be over here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so again, the timings are going to probably be right. And the direction, obviously. Just the instructions were incorrect. Probably started being incorrect when we were trying to find that castle and church town, which we didn't have, so don't know, I can't quite picture what's gone wrong there. Perhaps the one before that was off around the wrong way too, I just didn't notice. So who knows what the description for this leg should be. It's missing. It's missing. It must have been one of the ones before. Let's see if we go back. We had, so that the church one didn't seem correct. We did the lake with an island. Well, the lake with the island was correct. Maybe this is the one with the church. Maybe that's where that text was meant to be. Will we see a little town with a castle and a church somewhere here in the next minute or so? Possibly over there, maybe, question mark. Anyway, another minute this way, even though we know the airport. Actually, there's the airport right there. Let's just turn. Let's just turn. We can see the airport. Let's get that up on the screen. Over here. Land at Parshim International Airport, EDOP, 6.1 nautical miles east of Neerhofer, Karpfentasche. So now we're over the wetlands, apparently. So yeah, if I were to go 84, it certainly wouldn't take me to where I need to be. So yeah, I think it's partly also to do with the fact that we're going too fast for the timings, perhaps. Is what's going on. Let's just double check that's EDOP. It is. What's below us here? Is there a runway just to our right here somewhere? This is a runway. This is an airport. There you go. There you go. Well, in case of emergency landings, we could have landed there, but for now, we'll head over to the actual proper airport. Let's slow her right down. Let's Start losing a bit of height and speed. Get our flaps down, get our gear down, all of the usual stuff. There we go. Get our wheels down, make sure they're going down. They are. Get our power up a bit. We're dropping a little bit much. There we go. This view to get our bearings. Probably went a little bit early. Looks like we're doing all right. All right, well, this will take a little bit longer than it should have. Or could have, I suppose. But this is probably how you should do it, actually. You start your descent and slow down quite a long way up. You don't really want to be zooming to the airport and then slowing down completely, right? It's just to get there. You want to take it easy, but hey, as it stands, probably could have sped things up a bit and not got the flaps down that early. Waited till we're over this little town first. Hello, little town. Got any churches? Got any castles? Got any money? Give me the money. Wheels are down, are they not? Yes, they are down. Okay, everything's looking pretty good. Right, I'm happy with that. Although we are very high power, we can now start doing that. Slowing down just a bit more. Was this Schwerin Parshim Airport? Thank you for having us. Why have you got trees at the very end of the runway like this? That's outrageous and incredibly dangerous. Yeah, right, okay. We're stalling a bit. I get it. We're fine though. We're fine, plane. Stop your whinging. We're all good. There we go. There we go. Will it register? Don't know what went wrong with the instructions there. They seem to be a little bit out of order, but that's happened before and it'll happen again, no doubt. Cutting and pasting is a difficult task in the development world. So that was leg 2 of the German bush trip. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Au revoir. Goodbye.